Hello and welcome back. Today I've got 5 delicious, nutritious, and unique breakfast recipes to share. Most of them are savory. Yeah, we only got one sweet idea in this bunch today. Quick reminder that the release date of my actual real-life cookbook is getting closer and closer, October 25th. Yeah, you can pre-order the book now though. Links and information will be in the description. Thank you so much. And also thanks to Squarespace for yet again sponsoring another video. This first idea is just a really good wrap recipe. Inspired by this sandwich I got from a cafe. It's made up of peanut tempeh and this white cabbage coleslaw type mix, both of which you're gonna put together the night before. Okay, let's start with the tempeh. Cut a block of tempeh into bite-sized pieces. Bring a medium-sized skillet with a bit of oil to medium-high heat. Fry the tempeh for about 6 minutes, stirring every few. In the meantime, put together the peanut marinade. So that's natural peanut butter, soy sauce, agave or maple syrup, lime juice, and some sriracha. If it's too stiff, the mixture, you can add a few teaspoons of water, but I was actually really happy with the consistency here. Now add the cooked tempeh to the peanut sauce directly and combine everything. Cover this with a plate and place that into the fridge to sit overnight. Okay, now onto the cabbage. You're gonna need some napa cabbage. Is it napa or napa? Anyway, cut up about half of this cabbage into thin slices. Then get a medium to large jar and add all the ingredients for the dressing. I really kind of just eyeballed all the ingredients here. Olive oil, red wine vinegar, switching things up, agave syrup, and a bit of vegan sour cream. You could also just go for soy yogurt instead, some salt. Seal the jar and give everything a good shake. Then add the cabbage slices. Close the jar. Once again, shake everything up once more, and then place it into the fridge overnight as well. Cool, now it's the following morning. This is optional, but I also made some quick pickled red cabbage the morning of, just by slicing up some red cabbage, adding that to a bowl and covering it with a bit of vinegar, salt, and water, mixing that up, and then just letting that sit for about 10 minutes. But yeah, this is optional. It's just for some extra crunch and tang, I guess. Anyway, on to building the wrap or wraps. Making multiple is encouraged. Roll up the wrap and place it into a preheated pan without oil over medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. This recipe makes enough tempeh for about 4 wraps, I would say. Next up, we're going to be making some delicious fried avocado breakfast tacos, very loosely inspired by this Instagram suggestion. First, we're just gonna chop up a bunch of things. Spring onion, half of an avocado, some tofu. I went with basil tofu. And then to a nonstick skillet, add some oil and bring that to medium heat. Then add the onion and avocado and allow this to pan fry for about 6 minutes, stirring carefully every once in a while. Feel free to add your tofu here as well. I decided not to cook mine. I don't think I'd ever really pan-fried avocado before. To my surprise, it did not turn into guacamole. Then I mixed in some spinach and allowed that to wilt down for another minute or 2. And then I seasoned this mix with some salt, some kala namak. To me, fried avocado tastes so much like egg, and so the black salt really helps enhance that flavor. Now quickly heat up some tortillas, could be in a skillet, the oven, in a microwave. Add some vegan cream cheese or some hummus to those. Then the tofu, you could also do smoked tofu. Next, the avocado spinach mix. And then feel free to finish this off with some cherry tomatoes, a bit of bagel seasoning if you happen to have that, and then maybe some more hot sauce if you like. I really enjoyed this one. I am utterly in love with this next recipe. It's for this super simple breakfast corn cake. First things first, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Then lightly grease your chosen baking container or containers. I went for this little ramekin here, and since it is a bit on the smaller side, I did have enough batter to make a second smaller cake. So depending on what you're feeling, you could either grease 2 small bowls or 1 larger oven-proof mug. Set that aside. To a small bowl, add some unsweetened applesauce, some natural peanut butter. You could also do almond butter for a bit more of a neutral flavor. Then add some agave syrup or maple syrup, some apple cider vinegar, and some vanilla, and give that a good mix. Next up, add the dry ingredients. That's polenta or cornmeal, some regular flour, salt, and here's me looking for cinnamon because I also wanted to add some cinnamon. Mix that up. And now lastly, add the non-dairy milk, 1 tablespoon at a time, until you reach this sort of consistency. Fill up your prepped baking container about 3/4 of the way. Bake these for 20 to 27 minutes. This is such a wide baking time range because depending on the size of your baking container and depending on if you're choosing to do 2 cakes or 1 big one, the baking time will vary, of course. So this small one here, it took 20 minutes exactly, and the bigger one took about 25. Yeah, you'll know it's done once you insert a knife and it comes out clean. And of course, the top should be nice and golden brown. I would also highly recommend adding some extra toppings. This question here is going to divide the masses in the comment section, I believe. But do you eat the green part of the strawberry? I usually leave it on for decorational purposes. Yeah, sometimes I do eat it. This breakfast is absolute self-care. Make it for yourself someday. Send me a photo on Instagram if you do. Next up, we're making bell pepper oats, inspired by a reel that I just scrolled past recently. Because I was lazy, I decided to blend up most things in a food processor. So to the food processor, I'm adding 1 small yellow onion, 1 bell pepper, and 2 cloves of garlic. Then I added most of the other ingredients also. Some soy sauce, miso paste, vegetable oil, white or red wine vinegar, and then just blended up everything until pretty smooth, I would say. Add this to a small saucepan together with some oats. It could be quick cooking oats, could be rolled, whatever you prefer. Some flax seeds and water. Bring this up to a quick boil and then turn the heat to medium and let it cook for 6 to 10 minutes, mixing frequently along the way. And that's it. Serve it with your preferred toppings. I went for avocado, vegan sour cream, and some of this trail mix that has roasted edamame in it. It's really nice. Oh, also some basil. For this last recipe, I had originally planned to make something like vegan scrambled eggs. Did not quite turn out the way that I wanted to, and so instead, I opted for these filled omelets. And yes, this is based on the tamagoyaki recipe yet again, but that is because it is just the most perfect omelet base to exist. To make things easier in the morning, I would recommend to blend up all the omelet ingredients the night before. Just throw them all in a high-speed blender and then pour this mix into a big jar, seal it, leave it in the fridge overnight, and you can keep it in there for up to 3 days. Give your jar of batter a good shake before using. Bring a medium to large size non-stick skillet to medium heat, together with some vegetable oil. Once hot, add enough batter to cover pretty much the entire pan. Make sure to leave a few centimeters of space around the border. Allow this to sit for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then to one side add the fillings. In my case, that's vegan kimchi and spinach and some bagel seasoning. After another 2 minutes of frying, carefully lift the empty half using a spatula, maybe 2 spatulas is actually easier, and then fold that part over the fillings. This part is a little tricky and it's okay if the batter rips a little bit. But yeah, my other side looked great. This recipe makes enough for 3 to 4 omelets total. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these ideas were helpful. Let me know in the comments, what is a breakfast that you make all the time for yourself? You may be bored of it now, but someone else scrolling through the comment section might find that interesting. So maybe we could help each other out. Also, shout out to Squarespace for today's support. Squarespace allows you to build your own website and grow your online business or businesses. Simply choose one of their many professionally designed website templates to get started. They're really easy and intuitive to use. You can also start fresh though with a complete clean template if that's what you prefer. With member areas, Squarespace now gives you the chance to monetize your content in a super easy and authentic way. You could sell bonus content, for example, such as online courses or extra video material. Plus, they also have a video studio app that allows you to create pro-level video content. Give it a try. Go to squarespace.com/Mina Rome and use code Mina Rome for 10% off your first purchase of a new site or domain. That's it from me. Until next time. Bye. I got nothing left to show for it. Sunshine in the sweater, get up and go, cause I'm a real go-getter. Mama always saying I should probably know better. Always helping out, I'll catch an A in the better.